ladies, welcome to my channel. My name is Amber Danaye. I am a licensed esthetician. I'm a makeup artist. I'm a mom. I'm an entrepreneur. I wear so many different hats, so try not to get tied up on the titles, but I do want to thank you for clicking on my video and come on with me on my journey of, just creating the life of my desires, the life. So do my makeup with me as I get ready to head out. And I'm just going to tell y'all how I manifested over $53,000. And it happened like this. Like, my life instantly changed. And so, gotta have a little sip of tea. I do want to, just bring you all up to speed on how I, got in this predicament. Like, was I expecting it to happen the way that it did? No. But, long story short, I wrote down, that I wanted to be debt free by December 31st of 2023. The gist of it is I started a business in 2020, and it was an aesthetics business, a spa business, right? And I remember working with a business coach, and, while working with her, we worked on a few things, and I made a list of things that I really, 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 really wanted to, happen and show up in my life. And fast forward to 2023. As I shared, I am a licensed esthetician in Illinois and in Texas. I have my license in Illinois and in Texas. So I see clients in Illinois. I am based out of Orland Park. And also, I see clients in Texas as well. This particular day, this was after, I made the decision to close my doors for my suite, for my spa. And on this particular day, I remember it, I was driving Uber. So like the night before, I had got a request. And the request, if you're familiar with Uber, like, it kind of tell you like how long the ride is gonna be, and you gotta be online a certain time before this actual ride takes place. So I had already, had it set in my mind, like, okay, this ride, I think it was an early morning ride. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up. And I'm gonna get up before this ride, and I'm gonna, catch some more rides, and then I'm gonna go get this ride. I met my income goal for the day. I'm gonna be done. And so, I remember like picking up this person, and as soon as this person got in the car, y'all, like, we instantly hit off. So what I mean by we hit it off is the conversation like was flowing. I asked questions. This person asked questions, and it just, everything was just so smooth. And so somehow we got on the topic of, what I did for a living. And I didn't have a problem with sharing because of how we instantly hit it off. Like, I feel like sometimes if you've driven in an Uber, like, that it can kind of be like a quick therapy session, right? And so that's kind of how, how I looked at it, because this was an older individual. And based off of some of the things that, she shared with me, it was like, okay, she knows some things, like, she's experienced some things in life, so I can share, my trials and my tribulations and my story with her. And so that's what I did. And so I pretty much, share with her how I started my business, and, hold on, y'all, because, if you do makeup, this, I'm doing my brows. I need all silence. Everybody silent, quiet. Okay. So she pretty much is like, she asked me some questions pertaining to my business, and I shared with her how I started my business right after I got out of my aesthetics program. And, it was on the up and up for a while. Like, I built my business pretty well. You know, like it did what it needed to do. It served its purpose. And you know, I shared that with her, and I also shared with her how I had decided to close the doors to that business. And I understood, like, you know, I did what I needed to do. And starting that business, though, I had took on quite a bit amount of debt, or quite a bit of debt. And so this was about, I want to say I took on about 20,000 worth of debt, worth of credit cards, right? For this particular business. And so sharing this with her, you know, it wasn't just the credit card debt, you know, she so anyway, I tell her you know, about how much debt I took on for opening up that business when I started it. And so I pretty much tell her, you know, how much I took on for opening up that business, how much it was. And I just share with her, you know, like, I'm here. I know why I'm here. Like, I'm here to shake some shit up. Like, that's what I told her. Those were my exact words. I'm here to shake shit up. And in the midst of our conversation, we, you know, we got to our destination. And she's like, you know, I do have to go back to where you picked me up from. And I'm like, oh, you know, just do a, you know, edit your ride. And, you know, so on our way back, we started talking about my daughter and, you know, some situations that I was dealing with at the time with her. And she told me about her nephew and, you know, how their situations were kind of similar, my daughter and her nephews. And, you know, we just really hit it off. Like, this lady, you know, was like, she came off like she could have been a big sister, you know, to me or something. But I had never met her a day in my life. And so as we get to, you know, our stopping point, she's like, give me a number. And I'm like, what? Say, come again, you know. And she's like, give me a number. And y'all, I stopped. I had to take a deep breath. And I looked. And I said, what? And she like, yeah, give me a number. And y'all, when I tell y'all, oh my God, the tears, I couldn't cut the waterworks off. Like the tears just kept coming. They wouldn't stop. And so at this point, I am just like in awe, because what? Give you a number. And in my head, I'm thinking like, lady, like in my head, y'all, I'm thinking like, lady, you don't want this number. Like, that's what I'm really thinking to myself, you know. Like, no, lady, you don't want to know my number. And she like, no, you know, give me a number. Like, we, you know, let's exchange numbers, and, you know, you don't have to tell me right now. She like, you know, go home, figure it out. She like, you know, go home, figure it out. And, you know, once you have it figured out, send it to me. Yeah, I definitely cut my app off after that. And look, I cannot stop the tears. I'm just like, I couldn't stop the tears from falling. Like, I just could not. And so it took me away. Like, it blew me away. Like, that day, I was in my feelings the whole day. And I just went home and I just, like, God, what am I supposed to do with this? How what? All right. And so I went home. Okay, because I was in shock, but baby, I ain't no fool. Okay. So I went home and I did exactly what we talked about. Okay. I did exactly what we talked about. I added up all of my bills. Okay. My car note, my student loans. I added up my car note, my student loans, my credit card bills. What else? I added up just all of the debt that I had. And y'all, it totaled out to about $53,000. Like, no lie. And so the next day I messaged her, and so I told her, like, I did exactly what you told me to do. Okay. I did exactly what you said. Okay, and here's the number. Right? Here's the number. And so her words were, she like, I had a cutoff, and my cutoff was 50K. She like, but since you right on the cusp of that, a few extra thousand wouldn't hurt. I fell out. What? A few thousand wouldn't hurt, y'all. And so at that point, I just couldn't do nothing. I kept working, kept doing what I was doing, right? Whether it be Uber, whether it be, I can't recall if at this time I was still like getting things from my studio and, moving them to my place. But I just kept doing the work. I just kept working. Whatever it was that I was doing at the time, I just kept doing it. But it still hadn't really sunk in what happened. Like, it even still, like, it hadn't sunk in. And so, it took a few days for it to, like, really set in. And then, after I went and picked up the check, okay, after I went and picked up the check, I think that's when it really hit me, like, what was going on after I picked up the check, okay? And so, we had a talk after I did pick up the check, like, we had a talk, and, again, I'm still in awe, and she like, don't worry, like, you don't owe me anything, you don't have to worry about owing me anything. This is not a debt. She like, I just see, and, based off our conversation, like, a lot of times when people have debt, that weighs them down. That is what weighs people down. And they might not know it because it's an invisible weight. You have this weight, and it's, weighing you down. And you don't even know it because you so used to, carrying this weight. And yeah, when I say change my life, instantly changed my life. So just like, not necessarily my promise to her, but just just being honest, like with myself, that's not a place that I can go back to, you know. Knowing like how I got there, and you know, that's not a place that I can go back to. So debt free is for me. Okay. From this point forward, you know, it is for me. And so that's just where I am at in life, you know. Making sure that, you know, I pay my bills on time. And so I don't really know if it's still like set in. I don't know, like, I'm not sure if it's set in yet. I don't think it has, like, you know, well, it has. You know, it has, like, set in. I don't think I could, you know, sit up here and be like, no, I don't say it has set in. But I will say that that's an experience that, you know, it took some time for me to believe in. It's an experience that, you know, took some time for me to just really, like, you know, believe and trust that everything was taken care of. Like, you know, I didn't have to worry. Y'all hear my truck? Worry or doubt, you know, about what was taking place. Like, and that was my mirror. So now, I'm blending everything out literally on camera. Okay. But yeah. So it took some time for me to get used to. It's taking me time to just understand, like, I'm debt free. I'm debt free. You know, baby, I am debt free, but it's a good feeling. I will say that. It's a great feeling. I know I said I had 30 minutes. I got a little extra time to spare. But for the most part, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. And so I'm based out of Orland Park. However, I have my aesthetics license, my esthetician license, in Texas as well. Right now, I am accepting makeup clients in Dallas and in Illinois. I plan to be in Dallas again in March. March and or April. So, book your girl. So yeah, book your girl, as I was saying. My camera keep cutting off, so I'm pretty much done. Because my camera keep cutting off. But yeah, so I'm really still just in this space of, you know, trusting in the process. It's like makeup. You know, manifesting is like makeup. Like, trusting the process is like makeup. Like, you gotta trust the process, because this is a process. Just like The way my lip liner look. You gotta trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Oh, I crack me up sometimes. I really do. I do. But yeah. So I didn't plan on adding nothing to my lids, but I want a little something, a little warmth, on my lids. So add a little. Yeah, so I'm pretty much done because I need to get to where I'm going on time. I need to get to where I'm going on time. On time. Yep. So, I haven't really told anybody though. Like, that's the crazy part. Well, I'm telling everybody now, I guess. But like family, friends, like people that's close to me that like know me offline, I've only told my dad, my daughter, my mom, and I have one aunt that I told. Like outside of that, I'm not telling anybody else. Like that's something that keep to myself, All right. For the most part, keep it to myself. Because don't get it twisted. It's not like that's money that I have now. That's money that I use to pay off my debt. But don't get me wrong. So it's definitely shit. It's definitely money that was used to, change or better my predicament, like better my life. So I'm not taking away from that at all. At all. I'm not knocking it. Not going under that. I want a little more blush. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, But after that situation, kind of like blend it in a little bit. I'm doing pretty good on time. Not doing lashes today. I'm just gonna put some mascara on. lashes, they can make or break a look, but a goal for me is to be on time more. And so putting on lashes will not benefit me right now. But all in all, I hope y'all enjoyed my story. I hope y'all come back. I will be posting more videos. Yeah, so come back and see me. Bye, ladies.